Welcome to Monetize Your Passion, a podcast for moms looking to turn their passions into online brands that serve others. I'm Caroline, a content strategist with over 10 years of experience creating viral content seen by millions. I'm here to help you grow your brand and reach the people God has called you to serve. Hello and welcome. So today I'm going to talk about 7 overlooked SEO tips. And for those who are not familiar with SEO, it is very simple. SEO is search engine optimization. So basically, it's just the process of making your content easier for search engines. So search engines like Google or YouTube or the podcast app or social media search engines like Instagram, those are places where people are actually searching for content. So when we talk about SEO, search engine optimization, you're making your content easier for these search engines. So today's conversation, hopefully you'll get a lot of value of it, but why is fixing SEO mistakes important? It's important to fix because you want to be found by the right audience. So my passion is to help Christian women to grow their online brands. But if we're not reaching the people that God has called us to serve, then how are we going to make that impact that we're supposed to make? So when we fix our SEO mistakes, we actually can be found by the right audience. Our content reaches people who actually need it. It also is important because it builds authority. So search engines see you as a trusted source when you fix common SEO mistakes. It also increases engagement because the right audience starts to interact and they stay longer. When you are speaking directly to them, they stay on your platforms longer and they actually come back. And this allows your content to gain more visibility. And ultimately, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow our brands online. So SEO ensures that our content gets seen, trusted, and acted on. So just a little bit about me for those who don't know. So I'm the founder of Tinseltown Moms since 2014. And because of different SEO strategies that I've implemented over the years, my platform has generated millions of views. I've created several viral content hits, and it's reached people all over the country, even internationally. And my brand has been featured and attributed by major outlets like People Magazine, Yahoo Sports, Daily Mail, Fox News, plus hundreds of more reputable sites. I'm also the host of the top-ranked podcast, Monetize Your Passion. And on my show, I help Christian women grow their online brands so they can make an impact in the world, because ultimately that's what we want to do with the gifts that God has given us. So let's get into the heart of the message. So the first mistake that people make as far as SEO is ignoring niche-specific keywords. So keywords are the exact words that your audience is searching for. So when you're using broad keywords like parenting tips or business advice, it makes it harder to reach the right audience because most likely your ideal audience is not searching for parenting tips. They're searching for something specific like how to get my kid to eat healthy or easy screen-free activities for toddlers. And most likely your ideal audience is not searching for business advice. They're searching for specific things, maybe like how to start a God-led podcast. So when you are thinking about building your brand, you want to make sure that you are using specific keywords that your audience is searching for. The second mistake that people make is not creating content that answers real questions. So it's great if you use niche-specific keywords, but you also want to make sure that you are answering real questions that your ideal audience is searching for. What specifically are they searching for in search bars, and how do you answer those questions with your content? It might be as simple as, let's say you are a blogger, and let's say your ideal audience searches for things like how to lose 20 pounds in 30 days. Maybe your response, your answer is, this is how you lose 20 pounds in 30 days. You are specifically answering the question that your ideal audience is searching for. And the more that you learn about your keywords and the best keywords for your brand, the more you'll understand what your ideal audience is searching for. So it does take time, but it's not too late to start. You can start with what you know. The third mistake people make, and some of these might overlap, and that's okay, but the third mistake people make is publishing content without a clear category or tag system. So just to not complicate things, so I always recommend having 3 to 5 content pillars. And content pillars are the main content topics that you'll talk about on a rotating basis. So let's say one of your content pillars, let's say you're an organization coach. Let's say one of your content pillars is organization for the home. That's your main content pillar. So underneath that content pillar, you're going to talk about different things related to that content pillar. And underneath that content pillar, you're going to also include your keywords. So when you are being found online, you can be found by that actual content pillar, that main theme. So for example, I have my blog here, Tinseltown Mom, and I have various menu items. So, one of my content pillars is celebrity mom interviews. And if you hit the menu there, then you'll see a list of interviews that I've done over the years. And I have certain keywords embedded inside of those different articles. However, my content pillar, celebrity mom interviews, that actually gets ranked by Google, that keyword, that topic. So for you, whatever your theme is or your content pillar, that word can also get ranked, even though you have specific things that you talk about underneath that content pillar. So all that to say, just make sure you have content pillars that are clear. And this is a way that the algorithms can find you and they can show your content to the right audience. The fourth mistake that people make is ignoring image and visual SEO. So many people find me online because of some images that I've optimized. So when you have images, wherever you're posting images, then you want to make sure in the description you're using keywords. So if someone is searching for a specific visual, maybe they're looking for a recipe, they can actually come across your picture, because sometimes people want to see the picture before they actually go to the actual article, blog post, etc. So make sure if you have visuals anywhere, any graphics, thumbnails, etc., that you optimize it so people can find it easier online. The fifth mistake, and this is probably a pet peeve of mine, and I apologize, I talk about this often, it's not optimizing your profile or your bio. So whatever platform you're on, you should have a profile, you should have a bio. So let me just give you an example. Let's say I want to work with someone or collaborate with someone, and I show up on their, let's say their Instagram page, and it tells me nothing about what they do. Because this has happened before where I've wanted to, or someone has asked to collaborate or do business or something. I go to their online platforms and it does not say what they do. Let's say I want to use a graphic designer to, let's say, optimize my brand or change my logo, etc. And let's say I go to their social media page because I want to see what they're all about. I want to see some examples of what they've done. And I show up on their Instagram page and it says, I love coffee, or I love mountain biking, or I love being in the snow, etc. But it tells me nothing about the love for them creating graphics for female entrepreneurs or whatever their niche is. If that is not clear, then I am likely to go to the next person and find what I'm looking for. So when your bio or your profile is not optimized, people actually skip over you. You actually lose business or connections, because I know that's happened to me several times where I go to someone's profile or bio. It does not tell me what I'm looking for, and I will skip over it. So imagine if I'm doing that, other people are doing that as well. And this is something that is very easy to do. On your bio, you can have a clear I help statement. Who do you help? How do you help them? You can also have a clear link of where to send people. If you don't have a link or a website, you can have an email address if you want people to get in contact with you. Have something that is clear for people when they show up. It's clear you're telling them exactly what you want them to do. Your name is on your profile, because that's also another pet peeve of mine. So sorry. I know there's some faceless people out there. But statistically, if you have a name in your bio, then people are more likely to engage with you. So just make sure, go to your profiles, your platforms, and just make sure that those are optimized. So when people show up, they know what you do, who you are, and how you can help them. The sixth mistake, and some of these may overlap, and that's okay. The sixth mistake is not creating multiple pieces of content around the same topic. So you can call this repurposing. So let's say you create a piece of long form content like a blog post or a podcast episode. You can repurpose that into smaller bite-sized pieces. Maybe you can repurpose it into a social media post or a Pinterest post or something. When you repurpose this content with the same keywords, with the keywords that your audience is looking for, then the algorithms have a better opportunity to show your content to the right people. Let me just say something about the algorithms. The algorithms are so sophisticated on every platform. They can parse your words and they can bring your content to your right audience. So make it easy for them. If you are creating content, make sure these topics have the same keywords so they know how to show your content to the right people. And this takes me to my seventh point. Is the seventh mistake is not keeping your keywords consistent across platforms. So if you are a organizer, you're a coach, you're an organization coach, and you have specific keywords on your Instagram, you should also have those specific keywords on your Pinterest, your podcast, wherever else you create content. So when you keep it consistent across platforms, then again, the algorithms know how to show your content to the right people. And when people search for you or the type of business that you offer, they're more likely to show up on your platform. So consistency matters. It helps your audience instantly recognize your brand and they can find you easier. It also allows you to become an expert in your field. So when you become a thought leader, an expert in your field, then when people are searching for you online, even if they go to Google, Google will know how to put you in certain categories if you're consistent across your platforms. Even with the rise of AI, and this has happened to me where I've searched for something and ChatGPT has actually cited my brand because I try to be consistent across platforms so people know what I do, who I help. So make sure for yourself when you are creating content, you are consistent across your platforms. So why do so many women feel stuck? Well, they feel stuck because they're forgetting about the foundational things that are very simple, and they resort to posting every day, creating offers, rebranding repeatedly, or buying more courses. But really the issue is just going back to the foundational things that will make your brand stand out and help you to grow online. So maybe the foundation was never clear in the first place. So if you include these 7 things, these 7 tips that I just talked about, then it will make such a huge difference in your brand. So having said that, I did create an offer that will help you. So this is a content clarity audit for brand growth. And what this is, it's a detailed audit report. So you let me know up to 3 platforms that you want me to audit. I will go into detail and look at your niche. I will look at your offers. I will look at the clarity that you're presenting. I'll look at your keywords or your lack of keywords, your messaging. I'll analyze all of this and I'll give you a detailed report of my findings. And if you're not familiar with keywords or even how to go about them, I can give you ideas on what tools to use so you can start using keywords for your brand, the right keywords for your brand. Sometimes, it just takes getting clear on your niche or your ideal audience or using the right keywords that makes a big difference. And then once I give you this detailed report, I will schedule a 60-minute strategy call with you via Zoom, and we'll walk through this report together and create an action plan. Hi, I'm just going to chime in now. So this is regularly $297 for this content and brand audit. but I am celebrating 50 new Facebook members. So as a gift to my listeners, I'm offering $50 off. So again, it's regularly $297. With the $50 off, you can get that for $247 with code 50. So I will leave that link in the show notes. This will be good until Wednesday, March 25th. So go ahead and book your content audit today. Use code 50 to get $50 off today. And let's get started on you growing your brand so you can reach the people that God has called you to reach. So I hope you enjoyed this episode today. I hope that you got something that's going to help you build your brand the way that God is calling you to, so you can reach the right people. If this resonated with you, would you do me a favor and share this with someone else? My passion is to help you to pursue your God-led dreams so you can make a positive difference in the lives of others. Until next time.